Hello YouTube, you join me here today for a little bit of Arduino fun. Now I am rather new to this, so this is not going to be very high tech or high level. This is beginner stuff. So I've got an Arduino board here, UNO, and I have an ESP32 DevKit 1 C V4. I wanted to know whether a program using input pull-ups can be written for the UNO and loaded onto the ESP32 and still work properly. This is what I wasn't sure of. So what I've got here is an UNO wired up. We've got a ground rail. We've got 5 volts to this sensor. This is an inductive proximity sensor, Pepple and Fuchs. It works on 5 volts to 30 volts, so there's 5 volts, there's a ground, and then the signal from that sensor is going into pin 2 on the Arduino. There is that. So there's some power. We've got a red light on. Now program uses the input pull-up command. So what should happen is the red LED is on when there is no sensing here, and the green should light up and the red should extinguish when we have sense. So ferrous object, perfect. This sensor, it requires, there's a target there, it requires the ferrous object to be within 1 millimeter of that pad. So we're contacting there. There we go. So because I'm quite new to this, I wanted to know whether the ESP32 would take the same program. So what I've done is I've made some very small edits, literally just the input pin numbers, and loaded the exact same program from the UNO, well, that is on the UNO, to the ESP32 with a view to seeing it to work. So hold one moment whilst I rewire. Okay, so welcome back. Wiring is complete. We've got a mini USB to power the ESP. So let's just move that more into shot. So the 5 volt power, the breadboard is physically too small for this board. So this is why I've got it half hanging off. Means I have to manually hold that 5 volt connection to power the sensor. So does it work? Yes, it does. Fantastic. So why did I want to do this? It's because I wasn't quite sure how hard the ESP was, or if there was any difference in the ESP programming that you needed to do. And I'm sure there are in certain areas, but just in the areas that I'm touching on and areas that I'm working towards in a project of mine, this is very good for me. So I don't have to learn anything or additional to what I already have down in my program, my sketches. So I'm very, very grateful for that. The project going forward will use a couple of these sensors, and I want to pull them to ground so that this can recognise that I'm effectively pushing a button, but there'll be no physical contact. So thank you for joining me, and hopefully this video is helpful to some, probably be the few, but join me again and hopefully we'll have some more in-depth Arduino ESP fun together. Thank you. Bye bye.